You can't build a sustainable culture on an unsustainable business model. You can tell your team to rest all you want, but if your revenue model requires someone working nights and weekends to hit that number, you're not building a business, you're building a countdown. Welcome to Daily Power Boost, Ignite Your Potential, the podcast where your transformation begins. I'm Shawn Michael, and each day I'll bring you quick, impactful insights and action steps to fuel your personal and professional growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone ready to break limits and ignite greatness, this is your daily power boost to crush obstacles, stay focused, and awaken the extraordinary potential within you. Because remember, greatness begins within. Let's go. Welcome back to Daily Power Boost. Yesterday, we talked about modeling sustainable leadership, creating a culture where your team can actually rest without falling behind. Today, I want to go deeper because culture is only half of the equation. The other half, structure. You can model boundaries all day, but if your business model requires burnout to succeed, if hitting your goals means someone has to sacrifice, then you haven't built sustainably. You've just made the sacrifice optional for you. Last year, a business owner I know came to visit us here in Guatemala. She runs what looks like a really successful business, great revenue, strong reputation, all the external markers, and we were excited to finally have some downtime together. But from the moment she arrived, she was on the phone, putting out fires, giving direction on almost everything, constant notifications, emergency after emergency. Not once, not twice, non-stop. And I remember watching her and thinking, she's not on vacation. She's just working from a different location because her business required her to be constantly available. Every decision funneled through her. Every client needed her input. Every problem waited for her solution. She wasn't drowning because she lacked discipline. She was drowning because her business model made her the bottleneck. And no amount of boundaries or better systems was going to fix that. The model itself had to change. Here's what happens when your business model requires burnout. You grow, but your margin shrinks. You add clients, but lose capacity. You hit revenue goals, but you feel more trapped than when you started. And you start believing the lie that success requires sacrifice, impact requires exhaustion, and that if you're not grinding, you're not serious. But that's not ambition talk. That's a broken business model that looks like work ethic. So let's name what a sustainable business model actually looks like. It doesn't require you to be the bottleneck. It doesn't require someone working nights to hit the goal. It doesn't punish rest. It builds rest into the operating rhythm. A sustainable business model asks, can this work if I'm not available 24/7? Can it scale without requiring someone's burnout? And does growth create more freedom or more dependency? And if the answer to any of those is no, it's not a capacity problem. You have a design problem. Here's a reframe most entrepreneurs resist. Revenue at the cost of humanity isn't success. It's self-destruction with profit margin. Because here's what no one wants to tell you when you're building. You can hit every goal and still hate your life. You can scale to 7 figures and still feel suffocated. You can build impact and absolutely lose yourself in the process. So the question isn't, how do I grow faster? The question is, how do I build something that doesn't break me or the people who work with me? And the question requires you to audit more than just your calendar. It requires you to audit your model. And that audit, that's what we're tackling tomorrow. Success on your terms, redefining what winning actually means. Because once you realize your business model might be the problem, the next question is, what does success look like if I'm not chasing someone else's definition of it? But first, I want to land today. Here's your business that doesn't break practice. Pull up your business model, your offers, your structure. Now ask yourself 3 questions. Can this work if I was unavailable for a week? Does growth create more freedom or more dependency? And am I building a business or just a really expensive job? If any of those answers make you uncomfortable, it's not failure, it's just data. Data tells you where the redesign needs to happen. The most successful businesses aren't the ones that grow fastest. They're the ones that grow sustainably. Because you can sprint to 6 figures, but you can't sprint to a legacy. Legacy requires a model that doesn't require your burnout to succeed. A model that honors the people and not just productivity. A model where rest isn't the reward for hitting a goal. It's built into how you get there. This was the business that doesn't break, building impact without requiring burnout. Tomorrow, success on your terms, redefining what winning actually means. Because the most dangerous trap in leadership isn't failure, it's succeeding at the wrong thing. With strength and heart, I'm Shawn Michael. Stay close. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.